Welcome to Sarasota, everybody. As usual, we're going to start our video by getting some Cuban food. This is why I love living in Florida, because I can get good Latin food anywhere. Let's get started. I love how they just give you sugar by the ton here. Like, you just get a whole cup of sugar for it. One thing about the Sarasota area is we have a lot of Amish people, so if we just hang out here, we'll see them pass by an electric bicycle. So let's see if we see any pass by. I seen a few while I was eating inside. And they dropped their money. And they dropped their money. Alright, so here in Sarasota we have Amish and we have Mennonites. But this Florida, y'all, you got like Amish and Mennonite people shopping at Publix. So Florida, so Sarasota. So this is your typical Publix here in Sarasota. As you guys know, Publix is huge here in Florida. Just about everybody shops at Publix, including the Amish. It's kind of an interesting ordeal. Sarasota's got its own, a lot of diversity. You can see, that's what makes Sarasota great. It's really a very diverse community, all types of people. It's beautiful. So I was talking to the girls that work at the Cuban place we just ate at, and they're telling me it's interesting how, like, when the Amish people come to eat, they mostly just eat rice, beans, and eggs. So they like a lot of, they're big on Latin food, but they don't order everything off of Latin food. They're just big on the rice, the beans, and the eggs. But I gotta love it here. Woo, it's hot today too. I really wanted to give you guys a better look at the Amish people that are out here, but I don't want to be too intrusive recording them because I don't know how they feel about it. Don't want to be rude, but it's very neat to watch a Publix where maybe 15-20% of people that are shopping are Amish or Mennonite. It's a very unique thing to see, and I think it's a great asset to Sarasota that there's so much diversity here. We got the Dutchmen, Yoders, lots of Amish food, lots of Latin food. It's a really neat place. I am a little tired. I am still recovering from my injury. I'm with a cane mostly, not always, but mostly. If I walk without the cane, it hurts so much. The cane takes away a lot of pressure from my body, but I'm also dealing with withdrawals now because I'm trying to get off the pain medication. Today's day number 7, and I tell you, I didn't sleep. This is 2 nights in a row that I don't sleep too well. Sweating, tired, just irritable. It's been kind of difficult trying to get off this pills because I've been on them for a month for the pain, and I decided to try to get off the pain pills, and I'm having withdrawals. I hope I don't have to end up in a rehab program. I'm going to try to just get through it. Today's day number 7 of withdrawals. Usually it's about 10 days at most, so 3 more days of this, and I'll hopefully never have to touch another pain medication again. It takes a lot of willpower, but it can definitely be done. You get the cravings for it, you want it, you desire it, but you have to decide for yourself that that's not the life you want to live. Like, this is the life I want to live, traveling, exploring cities, doing videos for you guys. Like, you have to decide what you want for yourself, and you know, there's a lot to desire in life that's good. Food, travel, but it takes money to do everything. And economically, the last 5-6 months have just been horrible for us. About 5 months have been horrible. Thousands in medical bills every month, give or take. Haven't been able to work as much as I used to, so my income's down. You know, so you kind of get used to a certain lifestyle, and then when you lose that lifestyle, it's really hard to readjust. But hopefully we can recover what we had before and get back on track, because life is beautiful. You just have challenges you have to get through. You know, every time you go through something tough and you post it on the internet as a YouTuber, there's always people that are just waiting for something bad for you to happen. And it's like, they've been watching your YouTube channel sometimes for years, and they're just waiting for something bad to happen to you so they can say, you know, it's like they're predatory, and they're just waiting for you to be on a downfall so that they can pounce on you, you know, like predators. But what's interesting is life is like the waves of the sea. There's ups and there's downs, and those downs are not forever, you know. So, you know, life is the waves of the sea. There's ups and there's downs, and you're not gonna be down forever. All right, guys, so we are in Sarasota. Amish neighborhood. During the summer, it's kind of a ghost town here. But now in the winter, they all come down to get away from the cold weather. And it's actually a very kind of thriving community with a lot of activity. It's a very neat place to go. Alright guys, so we're here in Pinecraft Park in Sarasota. On any day of the week, today's a Monday, there are thousands of Amish people. They're right on the other side of that hill, and they gather here in the winter by the thousands, and they hang out like a community. It's one of the neatest things I've ever seen. But I don't want to be too intrusive recording. I'll see if I can get you a shots of, you know, the little thing, but not without being too intrusive. Ones I've met are pretty friendly people, just like everybody else. But here we are at this park here. The water's pretty clear. It does say be careful for alligators. Now, these are protected species of bird. There's quite a bit gathered here. Kind of a nice sight to see them. Looking that way, you have a beautiful view of the river. All right, everybody. So we are in Pinecraft, which is the Amish community here in Sarasota. And we're just going to drive by real quick. Now, I don't want to be too intrusive with the camera. I mean, Amish people mind their own business, and the Mennonites, they mind their own business. They're not, you know, being weird towards us, so I don't want to be disrespectful to them. But if you can drive by here, you'll see that there's possibly a few hundred, and today's a Monday afternoon. It doesn't really matter if it's a Monday or a Tuesday or Wednesday. There's usually hundreds of people here during the winter when they all get together. And you know, it's really admirable that they have just a sense of community. They come out here and ride their bicycles, play at the kids at the playground. You know, they play golf, is what they're doing here, I believe, or some other. It's like, but you can see by the bicycles, there's probably a good 500 people here on a Monday during the winter. During the summer, it's kind of a ghost town. There's not too many full-time residents, but it's a community, and it's a community that sticks together. You know, they are Amish, some are Mennonites, but they're a community. They stick together, and it's very admirable that they do this, because today, the world we live in, family is kind of, well, it's not what it used to be. People today just don't do that. I mean, here you are on a Monday, and they're all out here with their people. It's a weekday. It's a Monday. It's a weekday, and they're all out here together, enjoying, talking. I think it puts the rest of our society to shame that, you know, this is what life is supposed to be like. This is what human behavior. This one's on the phone. Every once in a while you see an Amish person on the phone, but it's not the norm. You know, there's probably a lot we can learn from Amish people. I mean, there's really a sense of community here, and it's admirable, I think, and it's eye-opening to the rest of us in our society of, you know, what is really more important. These people here are close, you know. I did spend about an hour at the park talking to people and stuff, but again, it's not really the type of stuff I'm going to record because of the nature of the place. I don't want to be intrusive or whatever, you know. But, you know, I did socialize with a lot of people and meet people here in this community. And I will say that I've been all over the United States, and the Amish community here in Sarasota is unique in a lot of ways. In particular, the fact that, you know, most Amish communities are going to be farm-based, and this is more of a snowboarding community. So it's, you know, you'll see Amish people driving golf carts and driving F-350s, and that's not usually how you see them, but it's the Florida version of Amish. It's the Florida version, you know. Okay, you can go ahead. There's no rush. You go ahead. There's no rush. Yeah, you can go now. We're not in a rush. Oh, they're in a rush. They're in a rush. Here's a girl just sitting on a sidewalk. Not sure why. It kind of looks sad. But, it's an interesting place. It really is. A snowbirding Amish community. Interesting, different. unique, and it adds to Sarasota. It's interesting. It makes it a great little. I don't know. It's weird. It's a unique thing. I mean, there's no other Amish or Mennonite community in the United States like this. You know, most of them are going to be more rural based, but here it's kind of an urban community. A lot of them are, you know, a little bit more, you could say, open-minded than the majority. In a lot of ways, somewhat more open-minded. I'm not sure what's going on here, but looks, we got some ambulances coming. We got some motorcycles crossing the road here. You got some. I wouldn't want to be on the road. Look at this guy. He look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Unbelievable. I wouldn't want to be on these roads on a motorcycle with these F-350s in a rush everywhere. See what the ambulance does here. It's just a normal day in Sarasota. There's always something. The other day, a car drove into a lake. Last time I was in Sarasota. No me estás agitando. No, el tipo anda tomando bulla. But last time I was in Sarasota, a car drove into a lake, and then today a house caught fire somewhere and there's smoke. There's always something happening in Sarasota. That's a fact. I think diversity is beautiful, man. Like, the Dirt Dutchman is like one of my favorite restaurants here in Sarasota. It's great that you have this diversity because more food, more culture. Now, traffic around peak hours becomes quite crazy in Sarasota. So in South Florida, during the winter, it's nice and warm, thus we get influx of people. So I guess one of the downsides of Sarasota is snowbirds during the winter. In 1960, there were only 1 million people in Florida. Today, there are close to 22 million people, which means that 90% of us weren't here in the 1960s. Means that most of us came from somewhere else. So, because other people want to come here, well, you're not special. You're not better than them. You haven't been here longer than them. If you have, not significantly. And if you're from here, so what? Now, there's more people here, and there's going to continue to be more people because it's a great place to live. I would rather live in a place that's congested because it's great and people want to be here than live in a place that's empty because it sucks. And that's really the reality of life in these types of places, is that the reality of life is in these places like this is the following. There's a lot of people here because it's a great place to live. People want to be in Sarasota. People want to be in Miami. People want to be in Naples. People don't want to be in freaking Montgomery, Alabama. So you're never going to have traffic in Montgomery, Alabama. You're never going to have traffic in Anderson, Indiana, because who the crap wants to be there? But it's not perfect here. It's not perfect anywhere, really. It's going to be more competitive on the labor force side. It's going to be more competitive on the housing side. You know, you're going to get paid less to work. You're going to get charged more to live. And it's not an easy mathematical equation. If you're looking for an easy mathematical equation, then you're not going to get beaches. You're not going to get warm weather during the winter. You're not going to get the great things, the diversity of cultures. You know, you get what you pay for in life. Yeah, we're south of downtown. I see some buildings up ahead. Okay. Alright. You get what you pay for. Quite simply, you're going to get what you pay for in life. You're not, in any ways or another, going to find a place that's great and affordable. That might have existed many years ago, but today there's nothing undiscovered, guys. We have Google. If a place is great, people are going to move there. It's going to become more demanding. I think the difficult decision about Florida is that a lot of people today are just simply not willing to. They'll settle for anything, basically, and that's fine. Hey, you're not required to live here. I travel a lot, and once you get used to traveling, eating certain foods, doing certain things, living a certain lifestyle, you're not going to go back to something that's lesser. You get used to good stuff, man. Uno se acostumbra a lo bueno. In the case of Sarasota and Naples and Florida, I've got used to living a certain way that's not affordable, a certain way that even I wonder how I can do it sometimes, but you manage to find a way. I lived in Naples for many years, and I lived in Naples not as a rich person. I lived in Naples as a normal working class person. Very difficult prospect economically. I mean, guys, it's February and it's 83 degrees. Now, it's not quite beach weather yet. I've noticed about this area is during the winter, the water clarity, at least this winter, has been bad. During the summer, the water clarity was gorgeous. You stop having those winds, you stop having those cold fronts, and the water clarity is just amazing. Amazing water clarity. These beaches over here, we're gonna go to the beach in a minute. There's just something about this area that's incredible. Now, if you noticed, it's a far inland. It's a beautiful, clear day, but it's foggy towards the beach. And I was looking at the fog map, and what a view! Look at this, guys. We're right in downtown Sarasota. Look at all those sailboats. It's foggy over the beach, but the radars are not picking up on it. This is downtown Sarasota. Absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm gonna skip on Main Street today. There's a beautiful Main Street. You know what? Let's go down Main Street. I'm gonna go down Main Street for you guys. Let's go down Main Street so you guys can see Main Street. But we're right in the waterfront right now. The radars aren't picking it up, but there is what I would call fog over the beach. And look at this, guys. This is a beautiful city. It's like a smaller version of San Diego, right? We even got homeless people hanging on the side of the road. It's like a baby San Diego. I mean, you got the water, you got the palm trees. Baby San Diego in Florida. What else could you ask for? Instead of seals, we have manatees. This is like a baby San Diego. Here's Main Street. Baby San Diego. Let's take a ride down Main Street. It's a great place to live, man. It really is. I love Sarasota. And I'm from Naples. And there's a little bit of a rivalry between Naples and Sarasota because we're Southwest Florida. They're Southwest Florida. And deep down, people in Sarasota feel like they're the best beach town. People in Naples feel they're the best beach town. And they're both incredible cities in their own way. If I have more money, and I mean more money, I mean like if you're into the tens of millions of dollars, then Naples is probably the clear choice. But if you're just a regular young person, Sarasota's definitely better. So you really gotta have money to live in Naples. And I mean, you gotta have money to live here, but you definitely gotta have money to live in Naples. Or you could be very miserable. I lived for 20 years in Naples without having money, and it's still an incredible experience, but come on, I mean, it's not. This person looks like she's just gonna walk out randomly into the road. This is our Main Street here. And sometimes the Amish people will ride their bicycles all the way down here from their neighborhood to here. It's a good drive, and they get their little electrical bicycles, and they make it all the way over here. You'll see their Amish bikes through the city. You'll see them at the beach as well. And on the beach, they don't use bathing suits. They swim in their traditional clothing, which I think is neat. See, I really think it's neat. And I actually think it's even more beautiful in its own way than you know, like when you see a girl wearing like a mini skirt, half the things hanging out, it kind of degrades your value. But when you see a girl, like when I see the Amish girls and they're wearing, you know, their traditional clothing, you know, I feel like they look more like natural women than me. Like, I don't really, I don't know, but like when I see them in their traditional clothing or whatever, it just feels more acceptable to me, or I don't even know how to explain it. Like they are who they are, and they're okay being who they are. And I feel like today a lot of us in society try too hard, you know. And it's okay if you're a colorful person. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've been known to wear some Gucci shirts here and there, you know, and I'm wearing a pair of Jordans right now, so I'm colorful myself. But I see the value in, you know, being traditional as well, you could say. I don't know what I'm saying. I hope you understand what I'm saying, because I don't know what I'm saying. There's smoke in the air. There's always something burning in Sarasota. I don't know if it's a house or a car. There's always something burning. You can see there's quite a bit of smoke. There was a house fire earlier today. House burnt down across town, so maybe that's where the smoke's coming from. Maybe another house is on fire. Who knows? But I don't know. But what I'm saying is, like, when I see them on the beach and they're wearing their traditional clothes, I think it's neat. I don't think it's I don't know. I see the greatness in everybody's culture, basically, is what I'm saying. You know, everybody's got their own thing going on. There's smoke in the air, guys. And I'm thinking it's from the house that burned down earlier. Kind of bad air quality today. Let's go to the beach. Pretty crappy air quality with the house that burnt. Welcome, buddies. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Lots of Midwesterners. You see a lot of Wisconsin, Minnesota. In Naples, you see a lot of Ohio, Michigan, New York. Here it's more Minnesota, Wisconsin. There's a lot of Iowas in Bradenton. Sarasota's really a city for the arts. I will say that. There's a lot of artsy type things here. Opera houses and shows. And if you're into watching live shows and arts and entertainment, there's plenty of it going around in Sarasota. Quite literally. If you are more refined, you'll find that we're quite a classy town. And then in the middle of it all, there's a homeless person begging, as usual. So, yes. Weird place. Amish people driving around in brand new Escalades. It's a place of different contrasting and mixing cultures. What I also enjoy about the Amish and Mennonites, it's like also like watching them do stuff they're supposedly not supposed to do. It's like we soak in a little bit of their culture and they soak in a little bit of ours. You know? I would love to see the Amish people eating at a Cuban restaurant. I haven't seen it yet, but I talked to the girl at the restaurant. She was telling me that they come in and they order rice, beans, and eggs. That's what they like eating. I would love to see them. I just got a few Amish customers that are just fanatical about Cuban food. So that's the beauty about Florida, you know? Like, we soak in their culture, they soak in ours, and everybody brings something to the table culturally. Everybody here brings something culturally to the table. The Midwestern people have their thing, you know? Everybody brings something to the table. And that's what makes Sarasota great. It's that every culture that's here, even the snowbirds, bring something to the table. Thankfully, we don't get people from Alabama coming down here. Not too many. Just not as much. That's just wrong, Jose. Miami and Tampa are too big and congested. Orlando as well. Sarasota gives you the city life, but it also, like a place like Naples may be too small. Basically, what I'm saying is that in a lot of ways, Sarasota feels like it's the right size. It's not too big. It's not too small. I think Sarasota can be described as being the right size. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's just about right, you know? It is just about right. It's not this giant Miami, but it's not like Naples where it's too small. And then you can be in Tampa in like an hour, you know? Like I'm in Lakewood Ranch. I can be in downtown Tampa in just under an hour. St. Petersburg in 35 minutes. So there's a lot of great things about this area, really. What is going on there? Homeless people doing their homeless thing right there. Okay. Go, vamos, come on, push, 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 push. Go, 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 go. Don't stop. No, crash. Go. Go, go, go. Go for it. Go, go, go. Like I told you guys, day 7 trying to get off these pills, so for the pain, and lots of withdrawals. I feel angry, frustrated. I feel like jumping out and punching somebody. Dale, mijo! Oh, you get the echo on the horn. Okay, cool. Go! I'm very frustrated and angry. I feel like punching somebody. You know, the withdrawals are horrendous. But I think 10 days max is what they say, and I'll be through with it. When I quit Coca-Cola, the withdrawals were worst. Coca-Cola, I used to drink like 4 a day, and that was a horrendous withdrawal. My goodness. Lots of traffic and congestion. That's kind of what you get this time of year. Here we are heading off into St. Armand's Key. I love this drive here. This drive here, one of my favorite drives in Florida. It's so cool, you know, to see the water. Look at this traffic getting off the island. My goodness. Wow. Unbelievable. I love how I'm going 50 and there's people rushing me. This is unbearable traffic. Kind of a misty vibe. Every day's different. No 2 days are the same on the water. Alright guys, so now we are on St. Armand's Key, one of the islands here along the coast of Sarasota. There's a few restaurants here that are very nice. There's the most famous is the Columbia restaurant, but I will tell you, bless their heart, they don't know what Cuban food is. You know, they just don't know any better. Bless their heart. They think it's Spanish food, and well, they have a nice town outside, and in their imaginary world, they think they're eating Cuban food. But bless their heart, it's not real Spanish food. It's more like southern version of Spanish food. Bless their heart, they don't know any better. But if you want some good Cuban food in Sarasota, Rincon Cubano is my place. Havana Cafe in Bradenton is okay. You know, it depends what you order. If I want a Cuban sandwich, I would go to Rincon Cubano. They are much better, I feel. Rincon Cubano is a great place to get a Cuban sandwich here in Sarasota. Columbia, I've tried liking it. Bless their heart, they just don't know how to make a Cuban sandwich. They try, and we'll give them credit for that, but we're heading off to Longboat Key. Here it is right here. It stays packed. It's one of the most famous landmarks here in Sarasota. And okay, great. Have fun. Have fun. It's like when my wife, she's from Michigan, when she tries to make Cuban food, you know, I tell her, you know, have fun and try it, you know. You know, it's not quite Cuban, but you tried, you know. I hope she doesn't watch this video. But, you know, you tried, okay? You put in some effort. You tried. You know, we'll give you some participation points. Because everybody that comes down here, like, well, we had authentic Cuban food at Columbia. And I'm like, okay. Bless your heart. They just don't know any better down there. Bless your heart. They just don't know any better. I personally love the Florida coast, the Southwest coast to be particular. Once you live in a place that's spectacular, it's hard to like something that's not as good. Let's see if somebody lets me pass. Will they let me pass? Maybe we get some oh, this person in the Mercedes-Benz. And they say that people in Mercedes-Benz are jerks. Not that person. Thank you so much. A lot of traffic here. Longboat Key, y'all. Tell you what, you should get on that Longboat Key down there. I tell you what, you get on that Hoboat Key down there. So, despite the fact traffic is aggravating in the Sarasota area, I don't mind it. I'm glad to be here. Boy, they ain't playing out here. You better behave on these islands. You shall behave while you're on the island. I mean, to be honest, it would be amazing to get stuck on a traffic jam here. Tell me this isn't the perfect place to get stuck in a traffic jam. Look at this. Who wouldn't want to be stuck in a traffic jam here, y'all? Look at this. You understand what I'm saying? Like this. Who wouldn't want to be stuck in a traffic jam on this bridge? I wish a boat came in and I got stuck on this bridge, man. I'm dead serious. Look at this. Who wouldn't want to be stuck in a traffic jam here? You get what I'm saying? This is incredible. Are you seeing where I'm at? Who wouldn't want to be stuck here? Look at this. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's worth it. And I know for a lot of people the congestion is aggravating. It is. But bro, there's moments like this where if the road came to a complete stop right about now, I wouldn't complain because, dude, look where I'm at. You feel me? Whoa. You heard me? Whoa. Look where I'm at. Would it be horrible if right now a boat came and drew the drawbridge open? No, it'd be great because, dude, look. Dolphins out there. Some dolphins out there. Look at the size of this bait school passing us right here, guys. This is just incredible. Look at all this bait fish. Birds coming through for it. Birds getting them. There's actually huge jellyfish in here. I just saw one right there. That's actually a jellyfish. Let's see if it comes up to the surface. Actually a jellyfish right there. A giant jellyfish. That is something you don't... There it is coming up to the surface, guys. It is a jellyfish. Wow. That thing is huge. It's a pretty good sized jellyfish. We'll run into that guy. Let's look at that guy's jellyfish. This water is just alive with... jellyfish. Traffic is at a standstill here.